Hey guys, welcome to the Bourboneering YouTube channel. I'm your host Austin. Let's get started. So today I'm talking about my upcoming Kentucky trip, what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be discussing the distilleries I'm visiting in more detail. Check out my entire plans and kind of how I planned it for the podcast on Friday. And starting on Friday when I actually leave for my trip, I'm going to be documenting everything on TikTok and also be putting together a YouTube video. So keep up with that. TikTok's at Bourboneering. So, without further ado, let's get to where I'm going, and I'm going to try one of these whiskeys today, too, and give you a quick review. So I'm going to, as of right now, 4 distilleries, maybe more, but the planned ones, there's 4. So, on Sunday, I will be starting at Wild Turkey, which also makes Russell's Reserve. They're a great historic distillery. They make things like Wild Turkey 101, Wild Turkey Rye, 101 Rye, Russell's Reserve, the Master's Keep collection from Wild Turkey. That's stuff they make. They make delicious juice. I love it. In fact, this is going to be the whiskey I'm trying tonight. It's from this Russell's store pick right here. Also on that day, this is kind of being my little day trip, I'm going to Four Roses, which makes, again, very historic site. I believe it's the oldest or the second oldest continuously running distillery. They make Four Roses small batch, Four Roses small batch select, which I have here, which is kind of new, a single barrel release. They're known for their 10 different recipes. They have 2 mash bills. One's a higher rye, one's a lower rye. Both rye bourbons, but one's higher than the other. And then they have 5 yeast strains, all together making 10 different recipes. Each of their releases is a certain blend of certain recipes, except for obviously their single barrels. Barrel picks are a single recipe. Some people like to collect all 10 recipes, things like that. It's a lot of fun. We have a Bourbon Society Four Roses pick up here, as well as I also have a New Orleans Bourbon Fest pick. So I have 2 Four Roses single barrel picks. That's kind of rare. Great stuff. I'm super excited for that. See what I can pick up. Now on the Monday, going back, I'm basing this trip out of Louisville. I'll be back in Louisville and going to Angel's Envy. They make the Angel's Envy finished rye, the Kentucky bourbon finished in port barrels. They have a couple other special releases, but it's delicious, great go-to. Here it's a great experience in the tour, so I'm really excited for that. It's started by Lincoln Henderson, and if I'm not mistaken, he worked with places like Maker's Mark and things like that. Awesome family-owned run business. So super excited for that. And the last one, I don't have a bottle of it up here that I'm going to, is going to be the Peerless Distillery. They make Peerless Rye, what they're mainly known for right now, but they just started releasing a bourbon. We tried some of that. I'm actually picking up a single barrel of that from a couple Instagram friends later. But super cool. They're brand new craft-ish distillery, small, kind of upstart. They get some flack for the price of their bottles for the age, but it's good juice, and we're going to see what it's all about. So, a little quick rundown today. Not too much. I'm getting ready for the trip. Again, Friday I'm going to have a good, kind of more in detailed podcast episode about what's going on. But let me tell you about our sponsor, and then we'll try a whiskey. So, sponsor, again, as usual, is the Bourbon Society of Baton Rouge. They are an awesome group that meets you where you are on your whiskey journey. I know it sounds like a broken record saying this, but I really love this group. We just raised a ton of money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society of Mississippi and Louisiana through our Screw Cancer barrel, which I meant to grab and I didn't grab. It's a beautiful bottle. That's still available if you want one. Go to, I'll link it below, the link to that, but you can get that. We also had this raffle ticket, celebrated a great local distillery through that. It was an awesome event, awesome time. So, again, thanks to them for sponsoring. Of course, we do things like barrel picks and crap like that. I talk about it all the time. There's so many barrel picks. I can't. One day I'm going to do a flight, and it's going to be like, 5 hours of an episode that just trying all these delicious barrels. But anyway, thanks for the Bourbon Side of Baton Rouge again. If you're interested in joining, go to bourbonbr.com/join. That's bourbonbr.com/join. All right, let's try it. I'm going to try my first stop, which is going to be Wild Turkey. So I'm going to try this Russell's Reserve. This is a private barrel select by Alexander's Market here in Baton Rouge. Pretty good cork pop there. And I'm going with this one for a couple reasons. One, I know what I'm doing a review of Angel's Envy on the podcast, so check that out. 2, This is my last bottle of 4 Roses Small Batch Select. I don't want to open it yet. I'm gonna pick up some more on the trip. I could try a single barrel of the 4 Roses, but that's not a really good example. I think a Russell's Reserve single barrel is a great example of good wild turkey juice. So, without further ado, let's give it a nose. It's got, I don't know what it is. I call it turkey funk. It's kind of musty, cinnamony on the nose. Almost a savory, but not quite. Corn. It's like sweet creme brulee and peanut butter. God, it's so distinctly wild turkey, and I love it. Great nose. God, so good. This is Warehouse G Floor 4 if anyone's interested. I know that's kind of a big topic. All right, let's give it a taste. That musty note really carries over. Cinnamony, caramel, creme brulee, sweetness, rich peanut butter, a little bit of a floral note, but not too strong. It's what's the proof on it? 110 proof, kind of hits you. It's the first whiskey you've had today. Woo! But it's not proofy. I mean, it's not overbearingly alcohol. It's just this is the first drink I've had today of high proof whiskey. Sweet notes. That savory note's a little bit there in the background, but it's not near as strong as it is in the nose. Long, sweet finish. Just turkey funk. Get some Wild Turkey 101, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Delicious. All right, y'all. I highly recommend get you a Russell's pick. Follow along on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube for my journey in Kentucky. It's my first time ever being in Kentucky, so it'll be a lot of fun. Cheers.